Voice of Indonesia.
VOI listener, as the holy month of Ramadan approaches, millions around the world prepares for a fasting, reflection, and spiritual growth. But how can we stay healthy and energized while observing this sacred tradition? Let's find out in today's interview. Of course, I'm not alone. Right now, I'm with... Hello?
Hello, I'm Wita, Rizki, Amelia from Indonesia, dietitian.
Yes. We have here Wita, Rizki, Amelia, the Indonesian dietitianist and nutritionist, VOI listener. And Wita, without any further ado, I want to ask you about the fasting in general. Because in fasting, people usually don't eat from around 5 a.m. in the morning until the Maghrib time. Usually in Jakarta it is at 5:58 p.m. And how can I stay healthy during that time?
Okay, first of all, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah. As long as we have this beginning of the day, you pronounce that you do everything in the name of Allah. So you can do it even though you didn't eat for a day. Yeah, because it's a part of our religious practice where you practice your spirituality and you have consciousness in your prayer. This is most likely to be a prayer for Muslim people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And usually there is a specific time for Muslims to eat during the Ramadan month. That is on suhur and iftar, or the breaking fast. And what food usually consumed during the suhur to gather lots of energy throughout the day?
Okay. As we can see that each country has different tradition to eat suhoor. Before dawn, every people try to eat mostly were carbohydrates, right? But actually, what we need is not just carbohydrates. We need to have an endurance during the day. So we need mostly were proteins. Okay, because if you eat a lot of carbohydrates in suhoor, you cannot have the endurance during the day. Like you might feel a little bit satiety in the morning. You feel fullness, but you may have difficulty during at 10 o'clock. You were almost drowned because you already felt like before you feel full in your stomach, but at around 3 or 4 hours after that, you may feel emptiness. So that's why when you eat at suhoor, I recommend as a dietitian that you eat a plenty of proteins. Yeah, and you could also you can feel fullness while you eat a lot of vegetables also, because you may in science, in health science, actually, we have known that if you eat a lot of carbohydrates, you may you feel your glucose it's a peak or it's getting high, but in some way, in for at least in the day, during the day, you may feel your starvation. So in our health recommendation, you need more proteins because if you also eat more proteins, you may not feel that starved. and you can also feel more healthy. You could do your fast until the until sunset. Yeah. And if you also have a good hydration, you don't feel dehydrated at the afternoon, so you can feel more energetic also. Whilst during sahur, you also may need, as I had mentioned, that we need vegetables, because if you eat a lot of vegetables, you may feel more satiety during the day. Your It's not only about to fulfill your stomach, but you need to fulfill your gut. Yeah, we have this enteric issue somehow during our fasting in Ramadan, actually. So we need more vegetables to have a better endurance during the day. And as I have mentioned, that you don't really need much carbohydrates, but you need at least one fourth of your plate. Yeah, we call it piringku in Indonesia. You can use it as a recommendation during your sahur. Like you should eat half of your plate was vegetables. Yeah, vegetables and some fruits. Like maybe only one apple during sahur, but somehow some people may feel fullness at during sahur. So you can still eat a moderate amount of vegetables or fruits in the morning.
Okay. Any specific foods that we need to avoid during the zuhr, especially in breaking the fast? Because usually people get revenge in breaking the fast while after a long day of not eating, they usually eat lots of things. And is it good for the health of the people that do that?
Okay. Excuse me?
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't get what you mean. Could you
Repeat the question. Okay.
repeat? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is there any specific foods that we need to avoid while doing the fasting? Because especially in suhoor and breaking the fast, because when usually people do revenge eating after a long day of fasting,
Sorry.
and is
Okay.
it good for the health?
Yeah. I Actually, there's no specific food that you shouldn't eat because as long as it's halal, and we call it tayyib. Tayyib is a good amount of foods, yeah, including a balanced food. So there's no need to feel like it's not good to eat this at the morning. But if you, as I mentioned before, that you shouldn't eat a lot in the morning, but you should contain your gut. Yeah. You should contain your gut, and with more vegetables, more veggies, such as that. So if you want to minimize your carbohydrates, it's a good thing. But of course, we shouldn't eat non-halal foods, of course, during the fasting itself. Yeah. And I don't know, in some cases, some people might have difficulties during the day because they might feel maybe dehydrated. So please don't eat a lot of sugar in sahur, because you may get more dehydrated during the day. As you know that we all know that sugar is not good for our well-being. So please maintain a balanced diet since sahur.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, not just diet, exercising is also important for the health of diet and nutrition for our body, also, because after eating, we need to do some activities to let it out of our body to get the energy from inside the food. Is it okay to exercise during the fasting month, or is there a specific reason for some people that shouldn't exercise in fasting?
Um, Not just when you're fasting, but during your daily life, you can feel when you exercise, you may feel dehydrated, right? So, in order to prevent dehydrated during we need a lot of time to know whether we can endure it or not. Yeah.
Okay.
For some athletes, they can endure the dehydration. Somehow they could manage their hydration. Like since your sahur, actually, sahur itself, it's sunnah. You do it during the dawn, during the subuh prayer or the morning prayer, uh, like about 13 minutes during the subuh prayer, you should stop, right? But in some people, they might manage how to have like how much amount of water you could drink during sahur. Like for some people, they could eat since 3 o'clock or maybe 2 hours before sahur ends, like before the dawn. So there's nothing to be worried about if you still had a good hydration. But for some people, even they already drink enough water, like about 3 or 4 glasses at before dawn, uh, and not every people could manage the exercise. They still feel dehydrated, right? So in my case, in some cases, for people who cannot manage that, you can have your exercise during yeah, almost like 30 minutes before sunset. So when you had finished your exercise, you could break your fast. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay. So, some specific types of people have specific type of body mentality. And how about people that have like historic diseases, just like heart disease or maybe diabetes? Is it okay for them to do fasting activities as well?
First of all, about fasting for medical issues such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, we may need the medical doctor's opinion about it. So you should have the checkup first before during the fasting of Ramadan. But if you have tried like for 1 or 2 days in the beginning of Ramadan, it's okay for you, and you could maybe you could control also to your medical doctor whether you could also follow the rest of the month in Ramadan with fasting.
Okay, so we should consult to doctors if we have
Yeah.
diseases. But
Yeah.
as a nutritionist, is it possible that even though people have diseases, they still can do the fasting from this side of the nutritionist?
From my point of view and experience from my practice, my daily activities, many people with chronic disease could also fast. It depends on their their capability to have a fast during the day. It depends on each person. Like for some people who couldn't have they tend to have hyperglycemia during the day, so it's may need medical doctor's opinions. So you should check up first.
Okay.
If
And
you have problems to go to the doctors, so at least you consult. Like now in Indonesia, we had tele conference with your doctors. So or telemedicine we call it. Yeah, you can consult it. At least online consultation. But
okay.
if you could have a more medical checkup, like maybe a lab or something, including a physical examination, that's worth it.
Okay. Okay, Wita, for the final question, I would like to ask for all the people in Indonesia and maybe for all the people in the world that are going to enter the holy month of Ramadan, are there any boost of motivation and enthusiasm that we can do to do the fast without breaking it midways and maybe and so that we can manage stress and fatigue while fasting during Ramadan?
Okay. It's all about niat. In Indonesia, niat is how good your intention since the beginning of Ramadan. Since the beginning and even before Ramadan, many people had already practiced fasting, like during Monday and Thursday. Yeah, many Indonesian people do that. But for some people, they also try to practice like maybe even 10 days during Ramadan. They try to practice, including the like some people may have also issues with their maybe they don't have enough time to fast before, and then when you close to Ramadan they could fast. Yeah, because it's like you felt the obligation actually, but in some ways you may felt like, oh, I need to practice it before 30 days. Yeah, the best motivation is not only your good intention. All you want in your life as a Muslim is that you felt blessings from Allah, including free from hell. Yeah. So if you want to reach that goals, you have to you have to fulfill the 30 days of Ramadan fasting.
Of course, the motivation to get us free and enter heaven is one of the reasons
Yes.
to motivate ourselves. So, stress level is also important during Ramadan, isn't it right, Wita?
Stress level, I don't see like it's not common problem actually in among Muslims, because when you have fasting, actually there's a lot of you have to cut your desires somehow.
Okay.
Like you tend to have more prayers. You read Qurans during the day and during the night. Like it's like the time for us during Ramadan. It's like practice our beliefs. Like you compete to yourself how you could manage to pray as far as you can, because you want to reach these goals. Yeah, you want to go to Jannah. You want to get the blessings, the certificate from Allah that, oh, you could fulfill your 30 days during Ramadan. So I will give you bless like that. So Among Muslims, which has a lot of productivity in their daily lives, uh, there's not much more concerning around mental issues actually. So you may not feel like, oh, I'm so miserable during this day or something, because every time, every breath you take, Allah has told us, uh, oh, I will bless you more and more, multiple times,
Okay.
more than 1,000 times. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Wita, Rizki, Amelia, the Indonesian dietitianist and nutritionist, for the information about the upcoming preparation for the Ramadan, on what you should eat and what you should do during the Ramadan. Because as we embrace the spirit of Ramadan, we can make this fasting month a truly fulfilling experience. Wishing, of course, everyone's a blessed and healthy Ramadan for next month, usually in like 3 days. That is the upcoming month. And always stay tuned with us, my listener, for more information and also some preparation during the holy month of Ramadan, only on Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Voice of Indonesia.